Hey guys, Sean here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the FJR13. This is a 2012 model, and just why I love this bike. When it comes down to it, if I was going to take a big trip, and I was looking for the bike that I thought I would be most comfortable on for that whole trip, it's probably going to be an FJR or something with similar ergonomics, you know what I mean? Maybe even a GS bike, but this is so much smoother. Everybody does handlebar risers on this. Normally this would have been a little, so if you bend it over a little bit. These are a mild rise, but they definitely get the job done. This is a cool combination of sleek styling, tech, and comfort and power. So I think it's about 140 horsepower. It'll pop the front end up no problem. So if you want to ride wheelies and stuff like that, it's definitely a great bike. Super smooth. But it's the most for me. And I kind of have lower back problems and middle back problems and sometimes upper back problems. And for me, it's just the most comfortable bike. It's sportier. So you can definitely, you know, hit the dragon tail, hit the slaloms with this. And it's just got so much power. Let's talk a little bit about, you know, one interesting fact is it's only a 5-speed, kind of like the Goldwing is. If you have enough power, you don't need extra speeds. Don't think, oh, it's a lesser bike or the newer model is going to have a 6-speed. It doesn't need it. This 5 speeds will take this bike, I bet this bike will do 170 miles an hour. What do you need another speed for? It's efficient enough, it's got the power, it's got the right gear ratios. It's great. Check this out. Electric. You see that windshield moving down? Right there, you're getting wind in your face, wind in your helmet. It feels nice when you want it. Sometimes you don't want it. Pop that thing back up. And it probably moves about 4 inches. It's a big difference. I took this thing down the street without a helmet just to see what it felt like. I wasn't, you know, I was in the cul-de-sac. And I can tell it really made a big impression on me of why guys that don't wear helmets, or they wear half protecting helmets, of why they love windshield so much. Me, my helmet's my windshield. A helmet can be a windshield, but a windshield will never be a helmet. Remember that. This particular bike has these little, I don't think they all do, but this has these little dials on the side. This one's coming out. They got these little dials on the side, so I can lock the throttle on this side. I don't know why there's one on this side other than for looks, but this one looks like it's coming out. I gotta check that out. See what the deal with that is. Let's talk a little bit about riding in the rain. You kind of got to do everything with kid gloves in the rain. Give yourself more space. Don't take the turn as hard. Don't, it's possible people can't see you as easily, you know? Don't brake as hard initially. Do not brake on a turn with your front brake. In the rain is where you got to start using, like, do trail braking and start using your rear brake more. But not too much. You don't want to lock it up. You don't want to lock it up. It's actually not raining, it's just kind of wet when I rolled in. I mean, this thing, there's no way this thing needs more gears. I'm at 5th gear. I'm rolling just over 70, and I'm at 3,600 RPMs. I mean, it's smooth and quiet. If it has 6 gear, it would take me down to like 2,000 RPMs, 22 RPMs. It doesn't, you know, they designed these things so that top gear is at a good level to charge the system, you know. What a smooth bike, and it's so much quieter than my CBR1000 on the highway. My CBR1000 is like, brah! This, you can actually hear yourself talk. I'm not like yelling into the mic. The one thing I wish this thing had, and I guess I understand why they didn't do it, but I kind of wish it had a, ooh, is that oh, I got a Valkyrie over there. I kind of wish it had a stereo system, but this is more like this is a different type of touring person than your Harley Victory riders, I guess, and I guess they assume that people just listen to music on their helmets, which I gotta get like a Cena unit and start listening to music on my helmets. That's definitely the way to go. Man, this is a fun bike. This thing is so hitting the corners with this thing. I mean, it looks like a big bike. It's really not. It's very light and nimble. I mean, you're just throwing it down, dragging bag. So it's not that you have no traction in the wet, but you will cut. You can brake traction a whole lot easier. So if you slam on the brakes, you know what I mean, you're gonna brake traction a whole lot easier than what you normally would have in the dry. But you can probably do, once you start braking, you could probably do almost like 80, 70 or 80% of full braking in the rain. It's not as bad as you think. I love riding in the rain. Alright guys, that wraps up the test drive video of the FJR13. We'll see you guys later. Remember, what's my saying? What do I say? Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. See you guys later. Subscribe.